Hello everyone! Magandang gabi po sa inyong lahat. Ayun, so tonight is another night of inspiring story of love. Ako po si Jake.
Be encouraged with songs that speaks the greatest lover of all. Ako po si Topher.
And be blessed and know that you are loved. And ako naman po si Sarah. This is your online hangout every Wednesday night. Ito ang
WNL Live! Yehey! Magandang gabi! Magandang gabi po sa inyong lahat. Grabe, exciting ang gabi na ito.
Yes.
Tama ba, Jake and Sarah?
naman.
Yes, kamusta
Yes.
po ang bawat isa sa inyo? Matatapos na ang buwan ng February. Grabe ang bilis. At dito sa WNL, exciting kasi marami tayong mga naging guests. At ngayong gabi na ito is our end ng, ito na ang paghuling, end.
Wednesday.
Huling Wednesday
Huling
ng
Wednesday.
ating
Ano?
Relationships series dito sa WNN Live. And we know marami po tayong natutunan, nagsaya po tayo at ang dami natin ng mga napulot. Tama ba, Sarah? Jake?
Yes, tama, dami. So inspiring po yung mga naririnig nating stories for the past few weeks. And I know po, din kayo, marami din po kayong natutunan. So ngayon po, may tanong, ano ba ang hindi mo makakalimutan?
Oo, sa lahat
Pwede nyo
ng
po i-comment
ating...
sa comment section.
Yes, sa lahat ng ating naging series at lahat ng ating naging segment or episodes sa WNL Live sa nakalipas
Yes.
na 3 linggo. Ano po yung hindi nyo makakalimutan?
Yes.
I-comment nyo po dyan. Sa'yo ba, Jake? Ano ang hindi mo makakalimutan?
Yung marami akong natutunan, grabe. Parang hindi na kaya sa brain ko. Pero ang overall doon is si Lord ang foundation sa relationship. Sa
Grabe.
marriage.
Wala
si
na,
Lord
tapos
ang-
na. Hindi na kayo magsasalita.
Bye-bye po.
Matatapos na lang yung relationship series. Wala ka pang ka-relationship.
Ay, merong banat si Sarah.
Ay.
Matatapos na yung relationship series, wala pang relationship si Jabez. Grabe. Tanggap mo ba yun? Tanggap mo ba?
Coming from you.
Sa'yo, Sar, ano ang di mo makakalimutan sa ating relationship
Baka ngayong gabi
series?
pa.
Baka ngayong gabi pa, no? Meron pa nga kasi tayong isa ngayong gabi. Pero sa nakalipas,
Yeah, siguro yung kasi yung fresh, di ba? Last week. Halos lahat naman talaga. Naaalala mo pa yung sa time nila, ay yung una pa kila Ate Renz and PC, yung bonding ng family, tapos yung second week, yung foundation ng relationship, which is yung faith natin, relationship natin kay Jesus, at yung, lahat na. Tapos yung sa dating na, yung clarity, di ba? Clarity na galing sa Panginoon, di ba?
wala na akong masasagot.
Word.
Kinuha niya na lahat.
Nakuha na lahat. Pero maganda po lahat ng yan. And we hope that you are encouraged. Kasi yan naman po ang dahilan kung bakit tayo nagda-WNL Live, to let every one of you be encouraged and learn from the people, our guests, every Wednesday night. So, ngayong gabi, ano mangyayari?
Exciting night tonight because we will end our relationship series here at WNL Live as we hear stories from a couple who experienced the love of the greatest lover of all. Exciting.
Wow.
So if you feel unloved and you want to experience the greatest lover of all, tonight is your night.
Tonight
Your
is
night.
your
Excited.
night.
Yes.
Excited.
Oo. Nakaramdam ka na ba na hindi ka minamahal?
Tingin ka,
Jabez.
Jabez.
Ako na naman. Ba't ako lang?
Anong pakaramdam na hindi minamahal, Beth?
Siyempre,
Oo
parang gusto ko na hindi.
Talaga. Malungkot no? Masakit.
Malungkot, yes, malungkot.
Pero ngayong gabi, gabi mo. Para maramdaman
Oo
mo
nga,
na may
parang-
nagmamahal sa'yo.
Tonight is my night.
Yeah. Tonight is your night. So, before anything else, don't forget to share ito pong stream na itong ating live ngayon sa WNL. Sa inyo pong mga friends, you can tag your friends, you can host a watch party.
Yes.
Kasi, we want to choose one sa lahat ng mga shares natin tonight na mabibigyan namin ng premyo mamaya. Meron kaming pipiliin na isang sharer of the night. Ngayong gabi.
Top contributor ba yan?
Oo, top contributor sa nakalipas natin na mga tawag dito, WNL Live. Pero bago yun, batiin muna natin lahat ng mga nanonood ngayong gabi. Batiin natin sila from the top. Sino-sino ang mga nandyan. At alamin natin kung meron sila mga natutunan. I-share nyo po yan.
Hello, Jezzy. Laksamana. Nidalyn Caparo. Hello, good evening.
Si Tito Boy at si Ate Aster, good evening po sa inyong lahat.
Yehey. Ate Rene, magandang gabi. Rochelle
Mendoza Garcia. Hello.
Wow, there's new people na nandito. Mga first time ko ito nakikita.
Ako
si
nga din.
Lemuel Adiser. Hello, magandang gabi,
kuya.
kapatid.
Ate Carla Barroso. Hello, Ate Carla.
Ate Jackie Duldulaw at lahat ng mga nasa Pineda Pips, magandang gabi.
Hello
Thank you
po.
for joining.
Pastor Chad. Hello, Pastor Chad. What's for dinner?
Ano bang dinner?
Daing
Tito
sabi ni
Joel.
Tito Boy.
Chicken. Tito Joel, hello po. Good evening. Si Ma'am Dinah, ang ating
Hi,
dakilang live host, chat
Yes,
host.
si Ate Rhea is also there. Grabe. Sabi
And
niya
Heynard, meron tayong young people dito.
Grabe, oh. Share na natin, Heynard, sa ating mga group.
Yan.
Maganda to. Si Ate,
Grabe po kayo kay Pastor Jabez.
si Ate Rachel, ano sabi dito?
Grabe po kayo kay Pastor Jeff. Salamat po, Ate Rachel.
Maraming concern sa'yo, bro. Sinasaktan ka
Yes.
nila. So, Ate Rona Labtis, nandiyan. Si Tita Emily Mercado. Hello!
Hello po.
Tita
Good evening.
Emily. Yehey! Doc Claire, yung guest natin.
Hello, Doc.
Last time.
I want church, sabi daw ni Manuel.
Yes.
Wow.
Si
So
Ate
galing.
sila Ate Mary Rose Aldave is also there.
Yes, from Pineda.
Yes.
Magandang gabi. So,
Wow.
tuloy-tuloy tayo. Ano ba? Kasi excited na talaga ako
Exciting.
ngayong
So
gabi
ngayon
nito.
po, tonight, again, as we learn and encourage po sa ating about sa greatest love of all, meron po kaming in-invite na couple dito po sa WNL natin na mag-share sa kanilang experience and sa kanilang gifts ngayong gabi. So exciting. So ipakilala na po natin, sila po ay isang minister part of ICS Church Worship Team and isa corporate professional po. Ang gusto ko po nitong couple nito is pag nakikita mo silang dalawa, ang sweet. Diba? May tawagan sila na, honey, diba? Pag galit, Encoy, Gary pala. So, welcome na po natin si Ate Wendy at si Kuya GJ Encoy. Yan. Woo! Hello po.
Pasok.
Yan.
Ay, wow.
Hello.
Bakit parehas tayo ng damit?
Yes.
Hindi tayo nag-uusap ngayon. Hindi pinag-usapan po yung attire. At wala po kaming sponsor.
Oo.
Good evening everyone. Magandang gabi po sa inyong lahat. At salamat sa time na inilugod nyo.
Wow. Okay lang ang English na. Okay lang.
Nag-effort ako Thank you for joining us tonight. Ayan ang pinaka-easiest way.
Kamusta po ang inyong naging Valentine's muna, te?
Ang Valentine's is we were in church.
Yeah, that's good.
Wow.
We celebrate it with, the one who gives us the greatest love, and that is the Lord. Yan.
Exciting ngayong gabi na yan.
Exciting.
So, i-welcome naman po natin sila Kuya GJ and Ate Wendy. Pindutin niyo yung heart button
Heart,
dyan.
heart dyan.
Come on,
Heart,
come on, come on.
heart.
Woot, woot. Heart.
Nag-heart din ako sa
Yay!
sarili ko.
Woohoo!
Ayan.
Marami nang excited, oh. Sino yung mga nandyan?
Yay, Encoy.
Woohoo! Hello, Han!
Hello,
Ang kulit ni Pastor Chad.
Yes, exciting night. So, as we start, may question po kaming hinanda ngayon. Kasi naman, greatest love of all. So, tanungin natin, ano ba ang definition ng love sa inyo?
Ayan.
Love. Okay. Pwede yan. Ano ba yung pinaka-interesting na definition ng
Yes,
love
yeah.
para sa'yo? Unahin na natin yung lover boy.
Ako na naman, Ako lang to,
Di ba sabi
Ako
mo,
na naman.
sabi mo kasi kanina,
Sige,
Pastor, is ano night mo ngayon?
Love. Kung yung crush ko nagsabi, kung ano ba talagang love sa akin, nasasabihin ko, love is you. Love is. Pero love is ano eh.
Ay,
Wala yun. Paki-edit po.
tanggalin.
Sa akin is love is ano po. Love is patience. Bible. Wala lang.
Wala
Love is
maisip.
patient.
Ano yung hindi mo kakalimutan na ibig sabihin ng love?
I mean, sa current situation ko, talagang yung patience. Ito yung talaga yung tinuturo sa akin ng Panginoon, yung nagiging pasensyado.
Talaga?
Yes, lumalabas yung pagiging impatient ko eh. Lumalabas talaga. So, yeah. Love is patient.
Nacha-challenge yung patient mo
Yeah.
pagdating sa pag-ibig, no?
Hindi lang sa pag-ibig, pati when it comes sa ministry. Diba?
Talaga.
Talagang, yun po.
Grabe, napakaseryoso naman.
Gusto naman? Lipat.
So, guys, lahat po ng mga nanonood sa amin tonight sa WNL, we encourage you to share your definition ng love. I-comment nyo po yan. Comment nyo. At babasahin natin later. Sa'yo naman,
Yes,
Sar,
yes.
pag ano na lang tayo.
Dapat naunahan mo ako. Nag-iisip ako, wala akong ma-define eh.
Kasi wala kang
Wala
love.
akong love. Wala akong...
Sige, ako na lang. Ako muna. Bago
Sige,
ka
ikaw yung
mag-isip.
ano eh.
Oo. Yung love para sa akin ay nagngangalang Amali Canensya.
Ay, ang ate.
Wow.
Ang ate. Ikaw lang.
Heart, bawi yun nung nakaraan. Kasi,
Kasi
sabi
sinabi
ko sa
ng
kanya,
salbabida.
salbabida ka ba? Ay, hindi pala. Bibigyan kita ng salbabida. Kasi baka malunod ka sa pagmamahal ko. Ganon. So, para sa akin yung love, hindi, seriously, yung love, it's help you grow. Parang sa akin eh. Parang tinuturuan ka na mag-grow pag naintindihan mo talaga yung love para sa akin. So, yon. So, sa'yo na, Sar. Okay lang yan kahit
Magbabasa na
walang
ako ng
pag-ibig.
comment. Magbabasa na lang ako.
Mamaya na.
Isip ko talaga, love is ano daw. Love is a choice.
Love is a choice.
Love is a choice.
Ang dami, no? Ang dami naming yung mga millennials po talaga ganito, ate.
Love is a choice
Ang
daw.
dami mga ibig
That's why I
sabihin.
choose you. Oh.
Wow! Cheesy! Okay, sino yun?
Wala, pinaubaya.
So, Kuya GJ, ikaw.
Oo nga. Oh.
What is love for you?
Love. Sige, love for me is love for me is an action. Sige, yun. Love's an action.
Oh, malaman ha.
Maganda yun.
Simple lang yun ha.
Nice ka, master.
Tama. Nice. Ate Wens.
Mag-asawa talaga tayo, Han. Kasi suppose sa akin, nag-prepare ako, love is a verb.
Oh.
So it's really in action. But since nakuha mo,
Ano ba yun?
ano na lang ako, love is acceptance. Tatanggapin mo talaga. At it's not even, love is understanding. Love is accepting.
Grabe. Grabe, simula pa lang po yan. Nalalalim na nun. Pero
Oo nga
malaman.
eh.
So, basahin na natin yung mga
Oo nga.
sinasabi.
Sinasabi
ng
nga
mga
tingnan natin dito.
madlang WNL natin
Madlang
dyan.
WNL, Dabang people.
Sino?
Ito.
Sabi ni mainit ang mata ni Pastor Tov kay Pastor Chavez.
Sorry, Chavez.
Sabi ni
Napansin
Ate
nila.
Rhea, ay? Love is sa akin. Binulong ng nanay ko, hindi po ako.
Sa akin.
Anong sa
Sa akin.
Wala po yun. Wala po yun.
Skip. Hello, Hannah from Bohol.
Yay.
God is love, sabi ni Tita Emma.
Love is
Love is Edwin.
Wow.
Char.
Mga banat ni tita.
Nakakatuwa naman. Define love, sabi ni PC. Come on, Fawn, define po natin yung love para sa inyo.
Ay, kinilig, Ate Amalie. Bumabawi. Bakit hindi kayo nagde-define ng love? Wala din kayong ma-define, no?
Define. Meron pa,
Define.
si Michael Valencia. Sabi
Watching
niya dito,
from Davao.
Watching
Oh,
from
hello,
Davao. From
Davao.
Davao. Hello.
Hello po.
Magandang gabi.
Love
Welcome
is
po.
agape, sabi niya.
Love is agape. Yun na pa.
Kuya Christian, sabi dito,
Panalo.
we love because He first
Love
loves
us.
us.
Galing.
Sino kaya yun? Grabe, ganda. Pastor Chad, ano sabi dito? Beth, ano sabi?
Ako na naman, oh. Sige. Love is a choice. That's why I choose you. Wow. Panalo. Si Ate Roslyn, sabi niya, in love, acceptance is a must. Tama.
Oh.
Love is
Sabi ni Tito
acceptance.
June, love is acceptance din. Grabe.
Ang dami, no? Ang dami mga gandang definition ng love.
Yeah.
Acceptance.
Thank you for sharing your thoughts about love. At
Yeah.
ngayong gabi ay mas maintindihan natin yan. At higit sa lahat, mas aalamin natin yung the greatest love of all, yung
Yeah.
pinaka the best na love
Yes.
ngayong gabi na ito.
Yeah, so speaking of love po, we want to share po yung mga different kind of love. So, ito po yung different kind of love is meron pong, ano yung Pastor Topher?
Salamat ha. May una tayong definition. May 4 po dito that we get from the Bible. There's different kind of love. Una, storge o storge. Storge. Affection. Ito
Affection,
yung
yeah.
love between family members. Okay, storge. Type nyo nga po dyan, storge. Family. Tag nyo yung mga family members mo, sabihin mo, storge kita. Wow,
Yes.
storge kita. Minamahal kita.
Yes. Tapos
Anong sunod?
Philia. Friendship po. Friendship. Love between friends. Diba? Yan. So, yung mga nasa friend zone, philia po yun.
Yun ba yun?
Naramdaman mo ba yung dapat
Ramdam mo.
eros ka pero naging philia?
Yeah, philia. Love between friends. Okay, ano pa? Ano tawa-tawa dyan?
Wagas.
Kawawa. Eros, love between married couple.
Oh, Eros.
Okay. Eros, sila na yan.
Sila
Sila,
na yan.
ate.
Sila ate.
At ako going there.
Akala ko effect.
Hindi effect yan. So, at ang last is itong unconditional love. At yan po
Wow.
yung ating aalamin at maririnig na istorya mula sa ating guest ngayong gabi.
Yes.
Ang agape. Sabihin nyo nga
Yes.
po, i-type nyo agape.
Agape.
Agape. That is the love of God. So,
God.
exciting ang
Amazing,
gabi na
amazing.
ito. Yay!
So, so as we continue, for our inspiration tonight, as we continue to celebrate Love Month here at WNL, we are privileged to have with us our worship team leaders, so who will share to us their gift in singing songs about the greatest lover of all. So let's be inspired and let's sing along with them. So please welcome Kuya JJ and Ate Wendy.
Yay!
Yahoo!
Alright, napakasaya no na nagkakaroon tayo ng ganitong pagkakataon to really experience love. I know sa individual homes ninyo na nararanasan din ninyo yung pagmamahal sa family, may mga different definition kanina. Masaya na nagkakaroon din tayo ng pagmamahal na nanggagaling sa Panginoon. And that's the greatest love that we can get na hindi hindi nagfi-fail. So tonight, we will just be sharing also yung gaano namin nararanasan ang pagmamahal ng Panginoon. And not just as mag-asawa, kasi we are gift to each other, but more than anything, you are gift to us as well as a church. So maraming salamat sa pagmamahal na mararanasan din namin galing sa inyo. So tonight, honey, would you like to share something also first?
Yeah, it's our first time here sa WNL. And wow, just want to say the team has been so amazing. I just want to say everyone who's nasa likod, nawala dito, Pastor Sam, Jelmar's here, Pastor Patrick, and behind the scene, Levy is back there. I mean, the guys have really, really put in a lot of work. Of course, ang mga hosts natin.
Praise God.
Yeah, man. If you can see the place, grabe, it's so cozy and it's like we feel the love dito po. Amazing. So I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna sing. Wow, I'm not much of a singer po, and I'll be singing a song called "Just at the Right Time," and it's an old song. And mamaya malalaman nyo bakit it means a lot sa akin. And I haven't sang this publicly. Wendy has been coaching me how to sing. But this speaks a lot about how God, in His time, like when you think of music, meron po tayong tempo. The tempo is steady. And it's amazing na in music, timing is everything. So when you understand the timing, ma-appreciate nyo rin yung music, di ba? So this is just at the right time. And may you be blessed with the song. was at the end of the line. You filled my empty heart with love when I thought I had no heart at all. You showed me what my life could be when I heard you called to me, and you came along just at the right time, when perfect peace was hard to find. You filled my empty life with hope when my life was full of fears. You gave my life a reason and wiped away all my tears. And every now and then, when I feel lost, I remember how you touched my life. And when I need to feel your touch again, you were always there, just at the right time. Ooh. And you came along just at the right time, when I was at the end of the line. You filled my empty heart with love when I thought I had no heart at all. You showed me what my life could be when I heard all to me, and you came along just at the right time, when perfect peace was hard to find. You filled my empty life with hope when my life was full of tears. You gave my life a reason and wiped away all my fears. And every now and then, when I feel lost, I remember how you touched my life. And when I need to feel your touch again, you were always there. And every now and then, when I feel lost, I remember how you touched my life. And when I need to feel your touch again, you were always there. You were always there, just at the right time. And I thank you for the right time. Just at the right time.
Galing.
Galing.
Grabe. Maraming salamat, Kuya GJ. You know, nakaka-inspire, no? Yung lyrics ng kanta. Just at the right time.
The right time.
Masarap, mahirap para sa atin. Kumbaga, pag nadidelay yung mga bagay-bagay,
Right.
pag hindi natin nakukuha ayon sa gusto nating timing. Pero itong lover na ito na dinidescribe nung kanta, napakaganda lang that He is in the right time. His
Right.
love is amazing. His love is so
Yeah.
amazing.
Right.
Nandiyan siya para tulungan ka pag nalulungkot ka, pag may takot ka, pag nag-iisa ka. Inspiring. Grabe.
Yes.
So, tuloy natin yan mamaya. Meron pa pong isang kanta para sa atin si Kuya GJ and Ate Wendy. So, kung na-inspire
Yeah.
po kayo, heart button
Heart,
lang naman
heart.
po dyan.
Heart na po, heart.
Just at the right time. Come on.
Correct.
So, ngayong gabi, as we continue for our nightlife game time, ito po ang aming challenge sa inyo
Yeah, challenge.
ngayong gabi. So, sa lahat ng mga nanonood po ito, you can participate kasi meron po kaming prize para sa mga mapipili namin mamaya as we end our WNL Relationships series. Ay nais po namin na mag-post kayo ng picture with your loved ones. Okay? Maaaring ito ay partner mo, maaaring ito ay family member mo na nanonood ngayon. Selfie lang kayo o groupie lang kayo. Pagkatapos, i-post mo yan sa Facebook sa iyong mismong account. Pagkatapos, kailangan mo lang lagyan ng hashtag WNL Live. WNLLIVE. WNL Live. Para mamaya ay i-check namin kung sino yung unang tatlo na makapag-post agad-agad ng inyong picture with your loved ones na nakalagay ang hashtag WNL Live.
Yeah.
Pwede kayong mag-sign ng heart, ganyan.
Heart,
Sign
yeah.
nga natin heart. Okay, sign heart with your loved ones. Ay pipiliin namin yung unang tatlo po at mamaya may premyo po kayo para sa inyo. Okay,
Wow.
so ngayong
Yes.
gabi,
So ngayon na po, ito na po yung pinaka-exciting part na where we can learn po ng mga inspiring story and experiences sa ating guest speaker. So ngayon po, listen carefully to our inspiration tonight. So ready na po yung mga cellphone nyo, yung mga notebook nyo kasi because sa end po, we encourage you to share your LOTN, Learning of the Night.
Yes.
Yan.
May quiz pala to mamaya.
Yes.
So, okay, let's start now. Hindi na natin ipapatagalin pa. But let's start with our question, number 1.
Na.
Takot ang mga tanong nila.
Ayan.
Parang ano eh.
Ready.
Yeah,
Ready na.
Yeah, so,
Grilled.
yung una po naming tanong na prepare, can you share to us yung life story nyo, yung encounter nyo sa pag-ibig ng Panginoon.
Amen.
Sa
Yes.
life nyo. Yes.
Okay, I'm gonna take this question. Yung mamayang question, si Wendy.
Oh, yes.
What is your life story of encountering God's love? Wow. Encountering God's love, I had to pick one. And what we're talking about kasi ngayon gabi is the agape. In its context, yung agape po kasi is unconditional love.
Correct.
Unconditional love that really, that goes beyond what you cannot love. Di ba? So, just a quick context. I was wanting to, for the sake of time, I'll just pick one. And since pag-ibig naman po yung pinag-uusapan natin, I'm gonna pick Wendy as my encounter sa Panginoon sa kanyang pag-ibig sa akin. Of course, they're my parents who love me unconditionally. I've had my friends. I've had people close to my heart. And the church, I've had close friends. Even dito sa loob ng, I've had the privilege of being their friend and them being my friend, taking care of me for a good long time. But speaking of when they like to backtrack a bit, and it goes back to the way I have been raised. It's not bad or anything, but it's because of the context of what I've been through. So I put my life in numbers. So these are some numbers in my life. So I went to 9 schools. Okay? Siyam na eskwelahan. And I transferred 10 times.
ano po?
Grabe.
10 beses ako lumipat.
Oh.
So 9 schools, 10 beses ako lumipat. I've lived in 3 different main places sa Philippines. Basically, I've lived in Visayas, I've lived in Baguio, and now I'm living in Manila. I had to transfer there. I think we've transferred almost 15 residences. Palipat-lipat kami ng bahay. And it's the nature because my parents were ministers and we had to transfer a lot. So dahil dyan, I get to speak 4 dialects. I speak my hometown, sa Cebu, so I speak Cebuano. I speak the national language, which is Filipino. I speak Ilocano kasi lumaki ako sa Baguio. I spent some time. I spent 9 years in Baguio. So that's it, 9 years in Baguio. And then I speak English, ang pinaka-comfortable ko ngayon. And I speak Ilonggo because of my cousins. My mom is also Ilongga. And because of that, I did not ask it to be that way. Pero kasi we moved a lot, I had to adapt. I had to consistently interact and adapt. And it has its pros. Maganda siya and also hindi rin siya, may setback din siya. The reason for that is, example, if meron ka mga kaibigan, so okay yung mga lumaki sa isang lugar, you know each other, maganda yung bonding nyo, you know each other for a long time. And sa lahat ng bagay, you grew up with the area. In my case is that when I grew up with a pool of friends and we moved to another, dala-dala ko yung bond namin and dala-dala ko yung how I wish masama ko sila. But as you move, yung culture ng school changes, yung environment mo changes. And so you have to adapt into that. And because yung pinanggalingan mo, so you have the longing to be, I want to belong. I want to be accepted. I want to, there's that desire na how can I be accepted? And in the process of doing so, sometimes you lose yourself. So I'm trying to adapt to the new culture. Ganito pa sila. Ganito sila magporma. Ganito sila manamit. Ganito ang hairstyle. Ito yung mga pogi dito. Ito yung mga hindi pogi dito. And then when you move to another school, what was guapo in that school may not be guapo in a different school. What was hip and cool in one place is no longer hip and cool in another place. And so paglipat ko ng Baguio, all the more I was the only Cebuano in my class. There were 52, 54 of us. There were two sections ng grade 5 and grade 6. So 54 and then 50 and 54. Imagine mo sa 2 years na nag-aaral ka doon, ikaw lang yung Cebuano. So you're gonna be the point of contention. Ano ka ba? Ibubuli ka talaga nila. So you get bullied in different ways. You get bullied physically. You get bullied for your looks. You get bullied because you can't speak, or you get bullied because country style yung when I was growing up. And ako medyo, alam mo naman mga Cebuano, medyo rough yung dating nila. Palaban yung dating. And that's how we joke around. And when you go to Baguio City, it's a very laid back na culture. As a matter of fact, it's very offensive if you're loud. So I had to learn how to adapt. We were staying in an international school. So all the more, iba-iba pa yung mga kausap ko. So we have Koreans, we have Samoans. So we are constantly adapting and trying to be somebody to someone to meet that. But in the process, you forget who you are. Sino ba talaga ako? Sino ba talaga yung nasa puso ko? I can't be real because I have to adapt all the time. So with that question, now you wanna say na how can I look like ganito so that maganda yung forma? Because in the end, you'll end up, if you can't find out, and this was what's happening sa akin, if you can't find it out, you'll end up trying to please everybody, trying to fit in. Yeah. And so when I came down to Manila to work, I still had that now, okay, it's a different culture. I still had the Baguio and Cebuano culture, and nothing sa pinagpuntahan sa school ko or those areas prepared me for what I was about to face in the corporate world. It's a whole new world, it's a whole new different area. Yeah. And then, so I was bringing so many baggages with me. I was bringing so many, hurts and pains, and I was bringing a lot of things like that. And so, when you say unconditional love, somebody has to choose to journey with you through all of those adaptations and tell you who you are sa kanila.
Oh.
And really call out something that you are not that. This is how I see you. And speak life sa'yo. And that's something that when Wendy came, I sang that song just at the right time. I sang that so many times sa sarili ko na, will I ever, kasi I never won pogi points in school. I never won that. And I said na, sige lang, if parang prayer ko is like, I'm gonna be single for life, titibayan ko puso ko. And things like that. But the thing is that it was a way to cope up with the pain. It's a way of coping up with the insecurities. It's the way of coping up na, nobody's gonna be walking over me ever. Never again in my life mabubuli ako. And then that's the kind of heart that I had. But the thing is that unconditional love says na, you know what, you're better than that. Unconditional love says na kahit saktan mo ako, I see the good in you and I'm gonna journey with you hanggang lalabas yung maganda na yun. So basically, when Wendy came to my life and when she said yes to me, so that's another number. Wendy's my first and last. So I waited 29 years ko siyang inantay. And,
Wow.
ha? 29 years na sinasabi ko, am I really worth loving outside my family? May babae mo mahuhulog sa akin. Sa forma kong to na walang kwenta and things like that. What you see ngayon and how I look ngayon is a product of how Wendy has taken care of me.
Wow.
So when you say unconditional love, that's mentally, physically, emotionally, spiritually. And I've hurt her so much as she was digging into my life. But because of that na yung the strength that she gives, she may not be somebody physical that I can lean on na mas malakas siya sa akin, but she's a strength, an anchor that holds a place that I cannot hold. Nobody can reach, but only God's love can. And through her, she anchors my heart.
Grabe.
Right? So I think that's my take of how I've encountered God's unconditional love sa akin.
Grabe. Oh.
Teary eyes.
Hindi ako, grabe ka naman. Wala.
Hindi ako
Ikaw.
Jabez.
Okay lang
Si
naman
Jabez
umiyak.
parang
Ano
ano.
pa ba?
Grabe.
Parang niramdam ni Jabez na affected na affected.
We feel you, kuya. Yung sinasabi mo, iba-iba kasi yung lugar na kinalakihan mo.
Yeah.
So
Different
parang
journey.
na detach lahat yung identity mo. Ano ba talaga
Yeah.
ako? Pas maraming mga bully.
Yeah.
And then sobra yung sobra
Yes.
yung naging karanasan mo siguro noon. Parang I'm imagining how you grow up. Kung
Paano yung
paano mo
adjustment
tinitignan
yun,
yung
diba?
sarili mo, no?
Mm.
Ano ba yun? Masasayo ka, parang, paano mo i-describe yung sarili mo?
Depende kung it depends where I am at that time.
Oo.
So I really found myself. That's why I like good long walks and APTS sa Baguio City. We had a lot of that. So we got open roads, long open spaces na mag-isa mo. And those were very intimate times sa akin na I would just wish na kaya may part dun sa line na every now and then when I feel lost, because you'd walk and you're lost sa pag-iisip mo, and you'll remember how the kind words, wag ako maiyak ha, and the kind words ni Wendy and those times na you would think na parang all those years na inaantay kita and all of a sudden they all come rushing back sa'yo na ganun lang. That's how God can fill in those empty void
Wow.
in just a second. For the last 7 years, kaya sa akin when I say the last 7 years of our marriages, I think has been 7 of the best years of my life, really.
Oh.
Yun lang.
Thank you, Lord.
Galing.
May tanong kayo? May nais ba kayo?
Wala sa naisip ko lang, nakaka-relate din ako sa kanya yung paiba-ibang school eh. Hindi dahil missionary yung mama ko, dahil makulitan talaga kami, kaya pinapaalis kami sa school. Pero yung yung point to na yung identity mo, yung may ibang, sa akin, na-struggle din ako one time sa identity ko eh. Na to the point na naiba, hindi na pala ko lalaki, mga ganun. Ang style. Dahil I allow people to speak sa buhay ko eh. Pero yun nga, galing
Pero
ko
yun, tama yun eh. Parang you allow people to speak to your life.
Yeah.
So, parang na-lost talaga yung true identity mo. Pero as Kuya Gigi is sharing, parang si Ate Wendy is a gift of God eh. Parang God, parang si Ate Wendy yung ginamit ng Lord to redeem or to affirm yung identity mo. Ano yung pinaka-best word that you heard from Ate Wendy that parang nagbuo uli ng identity mo? Yung parang nag-make whole uli sa'yo? Meron ba yon? Parang hindi mo makakalimutan siguro na moment
moments.
Siguro nung
that you really feel the love of God na through Ate Wendy.
I think, di naman sa sinagot niya ako. And then, more of like siguro when it's different when somebody na you've been through a lot with someone and she says, I love you. And then she says now, I think one of the things is like, she told me na, please take care of my heart. So yung nag-yes siya sa akin. And that means sa akin na she's entrusting to me the most precious thing that anyone can give. I mean, I really need to know the father of that heart for me to take care of that heart. So I think that's one of the things that really defined it.
Ba't parang umiiyak ka na dyan?
Hindi kasi ano lang parang in a way, para I feel yung, hindi ko to story pero si God, minsan, tawag dito, hindi minsan, yung mga partner natin, na piniprepare ni God sa atin is someone that will help us to be a better person,
Right.
to become a better version of us, na magre-reflect yung love ng Lord sa kanilang mga buhay.
Right.
Yun yung parang nakukuha ko dito sa ano na to. So yun yung nararanasan ni Kuya GJ because of Ate Wendy. Naramdaman niya yung pagmamahal ng Panginoon. So sa lahat po dyan, anong mga encouragement mo, Kuya, sa mga siguro nabubuli din, saka nawawala ng identity nila?
Find your identity sa Panginoon.
Yes.
Find your identity not in people. People will always fail you. Your finances will always fail you. But actually, ang kagandahan nun is when God puts you through those things, it's not that pinapahirapan ka. It's God showing you what is inside your heart na hindi mo nakikita. Na ganun ka pala, attached ka pala sa tao, attached ka pala sa pera, attached ka pala sa mga ano. And because He loves you so much, He's gonna bless you. He's gonna want to help you with that, but He wants you to accept that weakness sa Kanya muna. There has to be an acceptance for God to help you, you know. So, that's how He lovingly shows you how much important siya. Ikaw sa Kanya.
To your Creator po to God. Dapat doon natin tignan yung identity natin. So, thank you Kuya GJ for that very wonderful question answer from that question. Beauty queen. Hindi naman. So, before we go to our second question, sila Kuya GJ and Ate Wendy, sila rin po ay mga corporate professionals sila. Working professional. Mas alamin natin yung kanilang story behind that kay Ate Wendy later. But let's have a lovely break muna as Kuya GJ again and Ate Wendy sing another song of inspiration sa atin ngayong gabi.
Yes,
So,
yes.
please welcome again Ate Wendy and Kuya GJ.
Ayan. Thank you, Pastor Tops. This is a beautiful song entitled Imagine Me Without You. And I'd like to invite Pastora Sara to sing. As you sing along naman. So we can join and sing with us. It's a very nice song from Jackie Velasquez.
1, 2. Here you go.
Ayan.
1, 2.
As long as stars shine down from heaven and the rivers run into the sea till the end of time forever, you're the only love I'll need. In my life, you're all that matters. In my eyes, the only truth I see. When my hopes and dreams have shattered, you're the one that's there for me. When I found you, I was blessed. I will never leave you. I need you. Imagine me without you. I'd be lost and so confused. I wouldn't last a day. I'd be afraid without you there to see me through. Imagine me without you. Lord, you know it's just impossible. Because of you, it's all brand new. My life is now worthwhile. I can't imagine me without you. Love lifted me back on my feet. It was like you heard me calling, and you rushed to set me free. When I found you, I was blessed, and I will never leave you. I need you. Imagine me without you. I'd be lost and so confused. I wouldn't last a day. I'd be afraid without you there to see me through. Imagine me without you. Lord, you know it's just impossible. Because of you, it's so brand new. My life is now worthwhile. I can't imagine me without you. When I found you, I was blessed. I will never leave you. I need you. Imagine me without you. I'd be lost and so confused. I wouldn't last a day. I'd be afraid without you there to see me through. Imagine me without you. Lord, you know it's just impossible. Because of you, it's all brand new. My life is now worthwhile. I can't imagine me. I can't imagine me without you. Ayan. We can't imagine our lives without the Lord. That's how much we need Him. Amen.
Yay.
I hope you're blessed. Thank you, Pastora Sarah.
Salamat, Ate
Galing,
Wens.
galing, galing.
Kanina merong istorya si Kuya GJ
Yan.
tungkol dun sa kanta niya. May istorya ka rin ba sa kanta na yun?
Yes. Unang-una, of course, that's a song that could be sung to someone that you love. And also, of course, that could be a song that you could also sing to the giver of that love, which is the Lord Jesus Christ. When the church was telling us that we will prepare a song, sa dami ng mga kantang aming natutunan, and we really need to find a song that would connect to how good God is, and at the same time that song connects to the person that God is giving you. Not necessarily if you don't have a partner in life right now, or if you're a guy pursuing someone, or if you're a woman praying for someone, or if you're a single person. May tao talagang ibinigay ng Panginoon for you to experience His love. And all you need to do is to appreciate that person and find that love. And that is this song all about. Imagine your life without that person, or imagine that life or your life without Him. You
Amen.
can't live. You can't live.
Na-imagine mo na ba yung buhay mo, Pastor Chavez? Nawala siya. I love you, bro. So, go ahead.
Mahal ka namin, Pastor. Mahal na mahal ka namin.
Yes, amazing, amazing. So ngayon po, ito po yung second question natin na itatanong nila Ate Wendy at Kuya GJ. So ito po, as working people, how do you reflect God's love in the workplace?
Ito very
Ayun.
challenging. If friends tayo sa Facebook, you will be seeing last post ko talking about or saying gratefulness to God about a very long week. And very timely itong time na ito to really express the love of God when you're in the workplace. Alam mo, siguro for those who are working, you know that we are bound by following the code of conduct, the code of discipline, the policy. That sometimes if we fail to follow that, we can be ditched anytime. Sorry, lack of better term. We can be removed from the company anytime. And it's very challenging on my end as one of the leaders in the corporate arena na nandun nakasalalay yung trabaho ng isang employee sa kamay mo. You can hire and you can remove. And this is where and now that I have the chance to work from home for 2 days in a week, I'm so grateful. And if there's anything I want to give some tips to those who are praying for someone or pursuing someone, pray for someone that would also be there to guide you and to help you also become so near to the Lord. And I appreciate my husband for being so supportive when times that I snap doing my job as a leader. I'm not a perfect leader. God is. And there are moments that when I make my decision, it's out of emotion. It's out of, sometimes papasok yung, maangas ka, last day mo na ngayon. I'm not saying we can do that, but we can actually, based on the code of conduct, leaders can make that decision to remove, to hire people. And how I as a person, how can I allow people to experience God or reflect God's love to these people? Through grace lang talaga. That's one word I could say, grace. Unmerited favor, because there are also employees that you really need to also make that decision and put your foot down and say, this is it, we have to remove the person. Maybe after due process, after giving him a lot of opportunity, after coaching, after, mentoring the person, and the person is not cut for the role, and you really need to remove the person. But there are also some moments when if there's anything that I have to make it a habit, until now, I've been in the industry for 25 years. Thank you, honey. Because I was like almost, before 20, I was already running the leadership role. So, nagka-count sila. Binila yung edad ko. Ano yung taon na siya? Wendy, 25. Salamat po. Ay, hindi naman po ako nagtatago. So, how old na ako, Han? 47. Kasi last na ako nagbilang nung 20 pa lang ako. So, stop na ako nagbilang.
Wala naman sa itsura.
So, I'm 47. So, imagine mo na lang yung years of being in the leadership, and I have to make that decision na, Father, before I will remove anybody from this particular position, I want to get your approval. Ikaw magsasign ng termination paper na to. So meaning what I'm trying to say is, God is really saying, in my heart, that's the right thing to do. Sometimes kasi in the workplace, that person should be given that freedom for that person to realize his or her competencies outside. He might be an ace, but in a wrong place. But if he's placed in the right place, that ace will grow. That person will grow. So how do I need to reflect God's love there in the workplace? Grace. How would I do that? When that person deserves another chance, give it another chance. If the person deserves another chance, give it another chance. The Lord did not give up on us. There were so many times we failed Him. There's so many times we say, Lord, last na to, hindi na ako magsusmoke. Magbago na ako. The following day you did. Lord, hindi na ako maglalay. Lord, hindi na ako magdanakaw. Lord, hindi na ako God is dishonoring gesture, but we still keep failing. But God still, with all His grace, still embraces us like a father, agape love, unconditional love. And that is the beauty of God's love. And I'm amazed myself. I'm a product of grace. And the last case that I handled was, the person was really, able to not achieve or not able to meet the integrity part of it. And that's in any corporate arena, integrity is really very important. And if you defile that, that's hindi talaga excusable yon. Regardless, especially if you're in the leadership. And all the rest of the leadership team questioned my decision of not removing the employee. I have to face HR, I have to face the entire senior leadership. And I said, this person deserves another chance. There's a way out, but not place the person on a dismissal notice because may dalawa siyang anak na kailangan niya papakainin. And this is where you really need to ask God's guidance. Lord, I am hired and tasked to protect the business. But how would I be able to still allow the people to experience your love through me? And that's where, before I process, yes, I still remove the employee, but before I deliver that, I have to make sure that this person realizes that he did not lose or she did not lose her life. She just lose the job. And that's where the moment that I would say, God is still there for you. All you need to do is shape up, do better, and when God gives you an opportunity to work elsewhere, do better this time. And that is very important sa lahat na nagtatrabaho, sa lahat ng may tao na inalagaan sa lahat ng, even if you're just a simple employee, be a good steward of that job, of that opportunity, because that's also where you can show to your bosses and show to your managers na bakit iba tong staff na to, bakit iba tong employee na to. Iba talaga tayo pag may Panginoon tayo. And they just don't realize that we're kind of like putting God's kingdom in the place that we are in. We don't have to be so loud and proud. Hey, mag-Bible study tayo ngayon kasi may mga rules tayo sa office na we cannot also. We respect that. But there are a lot of ways that you can also express the love of God to your workplace. Be a simple coffee time and share the person, you know what? Kung may problema ka, mahal ka pa rin ng Panginoon, let me pray for you. And at the same time, give your best output. That's your best way to tell God that, you know, I want to reflect your love to my employer. I want to produce. Hindi po ako mag-undertime na wala sa oras. Hindi po ako matutulog kung bayad po ako. Hindi po ako mag-overbreak. Or hindi po ako magnanakaw ng bond paper. Magdala ng stapler sa bahay. All that kind of simple stuff. Be a good steward of the blessing, the job. And if you are also having some concerns, no companies is perfect right now. And to all those who are working, guard your job with all your heart. Because of the pandemic right now, there's so many companies being affected, and nobody is indispensable right now in the corporate arena. So kung may trabaho ka pa, napaka-bless mo, kapatid. Guard it, grow where you planted, i-express mo yung pagmamahal mo sa Panginoon through your work, and also make sure that people will also see the goodness of God through your life and how you actually value your job. So that's it. Yay!
Nice. So, maganda yung sinasabi ni ate, no? Pagdating sa workplace, kasi merong mga rules doon, hindi mo naman pwedeng ipagsigawan na bilang ito po sa lahat ng mga believers, sa lahat ng mga follower of Christ na working, hindi mo pwedeng gawin ng pagsigawan na Kristiyano ko, mag-Bible study tayo dito para ma-share mo yung God's love. Pero as simple as being a good steward, no?
Yes.
Ng mga bagay kung saan ka naroon, ano yung mga ginagawa mo.
Yes.
O kaya, what I observe sa inyo, ate, yung relationship mo sa mga tao. 'Di ba? How you talk to them, how you parang consider yung mga bagay-bagay sa kanilang mga buhay. Relationship, no?
Correct.
Relationship sa mga tao, sa kapwa mo employee is very important to show God's love. Tama ba, te? Tama
Yes,
ba?
exactly. And may challenge kasi tayo, lalo sa corporate arena. We respect company's property. We use that to company-related activities. So may challenge konti, lalo na if you're in the leadership, because you really have to impose the process, the policies. And if there's anything na ginagawa ko is, may time kasi na may skip level, or they want to talk to the leader, or on my end, they want to talk to manager. Those are the times that I could privately tell them. And you don't have to be so like how we do it in the church, by just simply saying, alam mo, lahat tayo may problema, pero alam ko may plano ang Panginoon sa'yo. Ang kagandahan ngayon, if you share about God, is not a taboo. It's not anymore like before when I was in my younger years in the leadership, na pag mag-God na, parang they will raise an eyebrow. Ay, ito na naman mga born against. It's not like that anymore now. It's a welcome experience and a welcome gesture of concern. Can I pray for you quickly? I just want to release blessings sa'yo na pwede, salamat po, and they would be very grateful to that. So that's something that you can take advantage of. You don't have to. We have a lot of artists right now professing that they know the Lord. Be proud in a positive way that you know the Lord, and they will not ostracize you anymore. So I don't want you to have that stigma na ayokong malaman ng buong mundo na Christian ako, kasi baka pagtatawanan ako. Gone are the days. So, when you share the love of God, lalo na ngayong pandemic, they need God's love and they need God's embrace through you. And you can be a medium, you can be a vessel for them to experience na, ay, may purpose palang Panginoon kahit may virus ang mom ko or may sakit yung dad ko. And you can release God's blessing through prayer, or if you have financial capabilities, go ahead and assist. That's it.
True. Ganda. So, encouragement po ito sa lahat ng mga mga workers natin dyan, lahat ng mga young professionals, no? Kahit hindi naman boss. Knowing si Ate Wendy po, if you don't know, ano nga pong position niyo sa ngayon, te? Manager. One of the managers sa BPO dito sa Pilipinas. So, despite sa ganung position, parang yung humility ba to talk to people kasi merong mga bosses talaga na ano eh. Alam mo yun, never been touched. Never been hurt. May mga matataas yung hirap abutin. Pero napaka-importante to humble, no? Kasi ang laki ng influence nyo ate, no? Pero nagagamit yon. Biruin mo yun, kung may influence ka sa iyong office, pwede mong gamitin yon to share the love of God to the people. Oo.
Yeah, yung connection nila, 'di ba, sa mga tao na nakapaligid sa kanila. It's good thing, no? So kahit yung being giving your best sa work mo, no, is showing yung love mo sa Panginoon. Yeah.
I like to add, actually, one of the things that I was telling Wendy is one of the best things that you can give to people ngayon, one is to be a good listener. Listen.
Right.
So many people are so loud, but nobody's listening. Sometimes your presence, and then when you listen to people, just be there for your teammate, aside from giving your output. But being there for the team, it's actually, that's kingdom mindset eh. You support them just by being there. Alam mong hindi sila ganun kagaling, but you are there to help them all throughout. And then when they get better than you learn to celebrate them. You're teaching them a very valuable lesson without speaking biblical truth. You're living it out. They will imbibe that. They will get that. And that's that's how you love, that's how you show God's love to them. But it also starts by being secure with yourself.
Yes. Right. Yes.
Also starts with that. Kasi the more you're secure with yourself, you don't have to live for the praises of men.
Correct.
As a matter of fact, whether you receive praise or not, you're still gonna give your best.
Yes. Right. Agree.
Amazing.
That's so good.
So,
Right.
I think hindi lang naman to sa mga workers yung mga employees. For every one of us, lalo na mga
daily.
follower of Christ. Sa inyong tahanan, sa inyong neighbor, 'di ba?
Right.
Pwede nyo tong gawin sa inyong mga friends,
Araw-araw.
circle of friends, araw-araw.
Kahit saan.
Kahit sa Ang galing, no? Na kahit hindi ka directly mag-speak ng word sa kanila, pero the way you showing
Actions.
yung actions mo, 'di ba? It's a way for us to show the love of God. So
Right.
magandang
Right.
reminder po 'yan sa bawat isa sa atin. We hope that you learned about it. So actually, yun lang ang aming mga tanong, and
Love is action.
maganda, love is
Love is
action.
action.
Yun talaga
Exactly.
yun. Yun talaga yun. Yun yung mga
Yes.
tanong namin ngayong gabi. So, as we end, again, bago tayo humingi ng mga final encouragement mula kay Kuya GJ and Ate Wendy tonight, again, we encourage you to post your picture with your loved ones na may hashtag WNL Live para po mabigyan kayo ng premyo. Unang 3 na mag-post.
Yeah.
At again, kung meron po kayong learning of the night, please share it to us. Babasahin namin yan. I-comment nyo na po dyan sa comment section. At kung may tanong kayo, meron pa tayong onting time, 5 minutes na lang para mag-end tayo ngayong gabi na ito. Pero muli, for the last final encouragement sa mga nanonood, Kuya, mula sa iyong story kanina na shinare.
Final
If you
words.
can...
Siguro, I would say, and this is something that we practice sa bahay, and I would really encourage you to always start and end your day with a grateful heart. Always be grateful. Great gratitude in your heart. May verse the Bible that says, rejoice always, pray continuously, in everything give thanks. And I would say, do this sa bahay nyo ngayon and make it a mental exercise, make it a practice. From where you are seated, everything you see sa bahay nyo, start thinking like, I thank God for the keyboards, I thank God for this keyboard. This has been, and tell God why you are grateful about it. This has been around ICS for more than 20 years and nagamit ko pa siya. I thank God for the floor, may maaapakan ako. Thank God for the carpet, comfortable siya. I thank God for the air conditioning, hindi kami mainit dito sa bahay. I thank God for my cell phone because, I can connect with people kahit mag-isa ako. I thank God for the lighting. It's not dark dito. I thank God for my eyeglasses kasi malinaw ang paningin ko. I thank God for my feet kasi nakakalakad ako. I thank God for my hands. I just ministered to you through them. I thank God for my eyes because nakikita ko kayo. I see everybody. There's so much you can be grateful for, and the more you say that, you don't focus on what you don't lack. You focus
Right.
on what God has given you, and you'll be surprised that God has given you everything you need.
Amen.
Everything you have to live a life. And the only
Agree.
thing you need to do is to realign the way you think
Right.
to how God sees you. And I would encourage you that, start with gratitude. It's going to push away envy. It's going to push away yung materialism. It's going to push away anxiety and start thanking God for every day.
Right. He nailed it. I could not add more.
Amazing.
That's
Learning
really
of the
important.
night. Jabez, para sa'yo.
Na naman.
Sa bawat isa po, again, comment sa inyo pong comment section kung ano po ang inyong learning of the night. Sa'yo, Jabez.
Yun nga sa akin, yung ng word na identity. Yung identity card. There are moments talaga na mawawala ka. Pero you have to remind yourself yung identity mo sa Panginoon. Not through the people, hindi sa ministry, kasi yung relationship mo talaga sa Panginoon. And that way, yung relationship mo Panginoon, that's the only way you can express God's love to others when you accept and you experience God's love sa buhay mo.
Yes.
Kasi walang love ni Lord, paano i-express mo sa mga tao, di ba? Amen, amen dyan, amen dyan.
Amen. Comment nyo daw, amen. Muli, paalala mula po sa ating tech na i-post po natin sa public account natin yung inyo pong WNL na groupie with your loved ones. Okay?
Yeah.
Para makita po natin. #WNL Live.
#WNL.
Oo.
Yeah.
Right.
Sa'yo naman, Pastor Sarah.
Gusto ko yung yung last words. Ay, last ba yun? Basta yung sabi niya, yung secured ka sa sarili mo. Naramdaman ko yun nung naka-experience ako ng heartbreak. Tapos,
Sino? Sure. Sige, patay ka lang.
na-appreciate, mas naano ko yung, buti na lang kilala ko si Jesus. Buti na lang nakilala ko si Jesus sa life ko. Na naramdaman ko na secure ako. At parang feeling ko walang nawala sa akin. Alam mo yung ganun. Kasi wala namang parang walang empty something sa heart ko dahil si Jesus naman ang nagpa-complete sa akin. 'Di ba?
You're complete. Punasan mo yung
Secured.
luha ni Sarah.
Secured.
Napapaluhan na si Sarah. For me po, my learning of the night is yung being tawag dito, in everything that you do, show the love of God. Simple things, yung relationship mo sa mga tao. So encouragement 'yan or challenge 'yan sa atin, lahat ng follower ni Jesus na hey, we need to show our love ni God sa mga tao through our simple ways. Sa lahat ng ginagawa natin, mapa sa tahanan, mapa sa trabaho, o kung sino mang mga tao ang mga nakakasalamuhan natin. So, maraming salamat for the reminder, Ate Wenz, Kuya GJ. So, again, for every one of you, we hope that you're encouraged tonight. Again, maganda yung sinabi ni Kuya GJ na let's find our identity sa Creator natin, hindi sa mga tao sa paligid natin. The Lord will soon bring you a loved one, and I believe itong tao na ito ay gagamitin ng Panginoon para makita ay mailabas yung best para sa iyo. So, yun yung magandang mga reminders sa atin. So, basahin lang natin yung ilang learning of the night na mga manonood
Let's read
ngayong gabi.
some of the
Thank you for
comments.
sharing po, ha?
Okay, sige. Sabi ni Ate Rhea, there is always something to be thankful for.
Amen.
Sabi niya, ganda no, tandaan, being grateful will push away envy, materialism, and anxieties.
Right.
Yes. Wow.
Okay.
Who else?
Sabi ni Tita Emily Mercado, love is everlasting. Amen.
Right.
Yeah.
Amen.
Learning, maraming naging...
Sabi ni Tita Marie, be thankful and grateful for everything.
Ayan,
Amen.
kuya.
Yes.
Capture nila yan.
Captured.
Oo nga. Sabi ni Ate Rhea, tandaan, being grateful will push away envy, materialism, and anxieties.
Sabi ni Tita Emma, learn to be grateful in all areas of life. You
You
nailed
nailed
it.
it.
Tama.
So
Yes.
share ng po ng inyong lahat ng mga learning of the night.
Yes.
You can also message us doon sa ICS Church po. And hey, if this is the first time that you encounter ICS Church or itong WNL, you are so welcome. Very important person po kayo. Let us know. Meron po kaming link na ipi-flash dyan sa screen or dyan sa comment section. ics.church/connect. Lahat po ng gusto nyong malaman sa ICS Church at mga nais nyo pong, gusto nyo pong maipapanalangin kayo, punta lang po kayo dyan sa link na yan upang makakonect po sa inyo kami ngayong gabi na ito. So,
Right.
as we end muli, maraming salamat Kuya GJ,
Yes.
Ate Wendy for
Welcome.
a wonderful
Thank you
night,
also.
'di ba? Salamat. So, merong ilang mga
Yeah,
paalala
few
bago tayo
announcements lang po.
magtapos.
Few announcements. This coming Friday, for our Numa Night, February 26, 7:30 p.m. po. So, via Zoom po yon. Together, we will worship and pray. So, as a church, yeah, that's via Zoom po. So, Feb 26, 7:30 p.m. And this Sunday, weekend celebration po, 8 a.m. and 10:30 a.m. po sa ating Sunday celebration. So, if you reserve a seat po just go to ics.church/save me a seat po.
Yes.
So, also, if you want to give to ICS Church, we will be flashing some ways how you can give to ICS Church for your tithes and offering. We are so grateful po for your generosity. So, thank you po for tonight, for joining us, spending your time with us tonight,
Yes.
having fun and learning some
Yes.
new stories sa ating mga speakers tonight.
Yes,
Thank
maraming
you,
salamat
thank you.
po kasi natapos na po ang ating first month ng
Yes.
ating WNL Live!
Relationships.
At next month po, ay grabe, exciting po ito.
Exciting,
Para
yes.
rin po ito sa lahat, okay?
Yes.
We will talk about family,
Family.
okay? At ang ating series po ay pinamagatang Family Matters.
Family Matters.
Exciting. We will invite parents. Tuturuan po tayo kung paano mag-guide at mag-lead, mag-raise ng mga anak. At kung paano ito paano sila tama dapat na ipalakihin. So, exciting yan. Exciting yan sa
Exciting,
lahat
yes.
ng
Yes.
mga magulang dyan at mga nagpaplano na maging magulang. Okay.
Yes.
So, exciting yan.
Exciting.
Gabi
So, ipaalam nyo na sa mga kapamilya nyo, sa mga barkada, at sa buong mundo. Ipaalam nyo na.
Yes.
Next month, Family Matters po.
So,
Kasi, meron pa, may kasabihan kasi na, if you want to change the world, change the families.
Magandang
Yun po yan.
simula yan. Magandang simula po yan. So, ngayong gabi muli, maraming salamat po for joining us. Natapos na naman ang ating isang oras ng WNL Live. Pero magkikita-kita po ulit tayo next week. Family Matters. Ito po ang inyong online hangout every Wednesday night. Ito ang
WNL
Live!
Bye-bye, everyone!
See you next week!
See you!